Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this episode, we can continue on with the catch cans. Stay tuned. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button and the post notification bell to stay up to date with this little project and many other ones. With that being said, let's get into it. Alright, still haven't cleaned up properly here. Got the workbench, light still not fixed, and it's just starting to rain. So, had some fittings show up this week. Pretty excited. See if we can get this catch can into the car, and no, they don't fit. I'll show you. Alright, we have the Y piece that you've seen before. Got female to female 90 degrees. So they'll go into there and into there. Put these on that. Alright, so I have the 10 AN orb to just dash 10 AN male coming. It's got the filter in it, so I've got two of them. I'll go into there and change it to males. So I was so close but so far away. So about a centimetre out. I was thinking, hey, I could just, grind this and move it across, but then it wouldn't look right. So I ended up just getting some hose fittings. So just a normal one like this. So I've ordered 4 of them. 2 are on their way, 2 are on back order. So I've just gone to there. I'll have a couple of short hoses to a couple of straight ends, and then into this. So it's going to be a lot more hoses around, and I was hoping to have that like that. I reckon that would look pretty good, but that would probably be getting up there with the height. The other ones will be as well, but yeah, so we've got to wait. Probably this week those should be here, so both the filters and the hose fittings should be there, should come in. So what we're going to do in this episode is actually do the mounting for it. So tonight, when the boys are in bed, I'm going to come out, because the missus is out at the moment. I'm going to cut up this angle. I'm going to use that around the base. Yeah. So I'll measure it all up, tack it together, get it in the car, and see where I can actually mount it in the car. Hopefully there is, and I can maybe put some rib nuts in there. And then this will just sit in there. Might make a strap for it. It'll go over it. I'm not sure just yet. But yeah, we're going to be chopping that up. So we should have definitely enough there for it. So it should fit in there nice and snug. So I was going to make that. And then I was thinking I could chop this off and then have this, sitting there looking all good, but yeah, would have a massive gap. Then that base wouldn't fit on there properly. Plus, I don't think it would fit on there because of the electricals. But anyway, we'll see you soon when we start chopping that up. Alright guys, I'm back. Little one's asleep, so let's cut this up. I'm gonna use the big saw. We can set it to 45 degrees. We should have perfect cuts all the way around. It should be a perfect, I don't know, square, rectangle. Anyway, just got to measure up this length so we know the outside length of it. We should be good. Hopefully it's square. Doesn't look like it, but anyways. Alright guys, we've got our 2 lengths of angle. So need to measure that up and change this over to 45s and we'll do some cuts. Alright, we are all cut. Somehow it's not all 45. When I was clamping it down it must have moved a little bit, but anyway, it's pretty square. It's actually, I did 210 and 215, mainly just because of the welds. I might have to knock some of the welds down so it will fit in there nice and snug. That's why I went out to the 215. I probably could have done 210 all the way around, but yeah. So later tonight I'll come out and tack these up and see how we go with that. I'll have to use the angle grinder just a little bit to work on the angles, but it seems okay. And also it's raining and the car's just around the corner in the rain, so hopefully it dies off by then. Alright guys, I'm back and we're going to tack these up. I've been thinking for the last couple of hours how am I going to get these to right angles. Totally forgot I had them. So yeah, let's get the rest of them and get this tacked up. So need some new gloves. The thumbs are totally blown out. Might go pick up some tomorrow. Right guys, got it tacked together. So with the saw, when I was changing it from 45 to 45, so the other way, I don't think it was cutting correctly. I tried to get it all squared. I used the magnets. The main thing I was going for was it being flat on the bottom. Now this one is not. The other 3 are. So, and this is not flat, as you can see. It's got a lip here, and then it's twisted. It's had a lot of heat go through it, so it's a bit warped. But that's the base. So I've had that sitting in it. Not yet. I've had it sitting in there with 3 sides. So I need a notch out for this one here. So I had to put it all together first before I could notch it out, because I wasn't sure if it was going to be all squared up or not, or the gaps. So we'll do that now. Alright, we are notched out. Got a decent amount of room there, and it's not 100% tight. Like, there's a bit of movement there, so we can fix that up later. Like I said, probably a couple of episodes ago, I just put some grub screws in. So drill a hole, tap it, and then just put a bolt in, and it'll push it up against the opposite side. Or if I put it on both sides, I can make it centered, and it'll be all good. And that should also hold it in from flying out as well. So might be a bit neater than having a strap. I am still thinking of covering this all up, so hopefully prying eyes don't go look for that, because I'll probably get dicked for not having it tied down, bolted down. They wouldn't know. Could be from underneath. Anyways, I think it stopped raining. I was actually going to finish up tonight, but I might go put it in the car now and see how it looks. Alright boys, got it sitting in there. Did have that sitting in there, so the further that way the better for the bracket, because there's still a big gap here, so there's still movement back this way as you can. I have to move the distribution block. As you can see, the wires coming out. So the wire used to run across here. It's just not long enough. So we'll probably end up making like a panel for here, and it can sit there away from the water as well. As you can see, we've got a bit of water sitting down here. Alright guys, so I just connected that hose. Just make sure it fitted all good, and actually dropped the car down. So make sure this was flat. It's level that way and that way, so won't have any pulling in the corners, especially on this one. So yeah, I think that's really as far as I can go across. Go. It's really forcing it. Yeah, probably there. So if I can get this out without moving the basin, then I'll mark it. Well, I think it's going to be pretty hard to mount. Might just tack it in there, maybe. Gotta mark the AC line here and here. That's the edges. Right up against them. So yeah, gotta get this out. Hey boys, it's the next day. It's about 10 o'clock. Well, it's getting better. Not bad. So what we need to do is move the relay probably, and the distribution block for the power. So already unhooked the fuse. Probably have to extend that one. It'll end up being like around here, but on top. Alright guys, I was thinking of making some tabs on this and bolting it down, but I think I might just do a couple little stitch welds. So what I'm going to do is actually drill a hole here and here, and have some grub screws to push the can into position and lock it in. And there'll be no need to actually pull this out. So once I do that, I'll clean up the welds and I'll give it a paint so she won't rust. Alright guys, I have found a couple of bolts that I'm using. They are an M6 with a 1 pitch thread. So there is the top. So I can do a hole here and a hole here and thread it. Alright boys, just hit it with some high heat black to cover up the bare metal. Actually, just a bit there. Oh, look good. So yeah, I'm gonna drag the welder out and weld it there and there. And once they're in and it's all in right position, like angle wise, I'll see if I can weld it in somewhere else. So we've got there and there that I've cleaned up. Alright, got it tacked in. Well, that one's more welded, so that one that built up a bit. It's not going anywhere now, so I'll clean this up with the wire brush and I'll just spray it. Got little grub screws sitting in there already, so we can get this catch can in finally. Alright, it's in there. Got the grub screws in. Down there and down. There. This one on. Sitting good. Got the return on. It's sitting good. Finally. I'm not going to paint it. Screw that. So, yeah, I've got a bit to do. Put that one on. This one needs to be shortened. Alright, so that is pretty much done. You need to change that to the 45, which I'll do after lunch. And we just need to wait for these. Alright guys, so I'm just going to change over this fitting to the 45. And then that should be it for this video. I'll just fix up the electrical stuff off camera. Alright, that was pretty easy. This one just stayed on. So got it to this pretty similar spot. I think the straight and the 45 came out of the same set, so yeah. Anyways, that's on there now, and it stays out of the way of everything. So the aircon, when it finally gets redone, and it's going to cover up these two, waiting for the filters this week. So we'll do that, and we'll do these off camera throughout the week or later today. So guys, if you like this episode, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button and the post notification bell to stay up to date with the build. With that being said, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next episode. Bye.